I tell you which camera I think has delivered above all others. I know we've had a real fox fest, and that has been the estuary camera. I think we've had such a variety of birds, including, I think, the starbirds of the whole show. The spoonbills. Now, I was down here, Chris, in 2022. I remember in October of that year, they recorded 84 spoonbills. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that incredible? Here we are, doing a bit of preening. Can't be easy to preen with a tongue, with a beak, sorry, that long, can it? Shake, a little bit of shake there to get rid of any rain. Size of that bird. Beautiful, beautiful birds. Absolutely stunning birds. And we noticed that one of our birds had a ring on its leg. You see there? Well, we sent that information off to the BTO, the British Trust of Ornithology, who hold all the ringing information for the UK, and they sent the information back, and we now know that it's a young bird. It was ringed in the nest in the Wadden Sea in the Netherlands in June last year. And if you cast your mind back, that's not that unusual, because in Winterwatch 2024, we had another ringed bird, this one. And again, we sent the information off, it came back, and this bird too had been ringed in the Netherlands. So it's obviously something they do regularly, Chris.
Yeah, in fact, obviously being able to track those birds like that, I mean, so many bird watchers watching them, so if you do see one of these spoonbills, do send in your record to the BTO. But look here, that bird started life here in the Wadden Sea in the Netherlands. It then went over to Kent, and from Kent it moved up to Suffolk. And at that point it decided, it felt a little bit homesick, it went home to the Wadden Sea. But finally it turned up over here at Holcombe in Norfolk. And spoonbills have been absent for the UK for 300 years, but in 2010 they started breeding again. So this was one of those early pioneers in that breeding colony in Norfolk. And since then, it's been going backwards and forwards every winter down here to Poole Harbour and Brownsea Lagoon, where it's clearly prospering. So after that 300-year gap, what's bringing the spoonbills back to the UK? Well, we've stopped hunting them to start with. They used to eat them. That's what drove them away in the first place. It could be our warming climate, but it could also be that they've reached carrying capacity over here in the Netherlands. By that, I mean that there are as many spoonbills living there as can live there, given the resources they've got, and that's causing them to disperse. So a combination of that and some warmer weather, and of course the fantastic conditions they've got down here in Poole Harbour, mean that they're making a success of that colonisation.
And of course, so many organisations now are creating huge reed beds, huge wetlands, perfect habitat for spoonbill, and hopefully, for long, we'll see more of them.
Yep.